This documentary will change millions of lives, and maybe even yours. I'm talking about the documentary that Jonah Hill made and put recently on Netflix. You know, the guy that was on 21 Jump Street, Wolf of Wall Street, Superbad, and countless other films. So, anyways, Jonah made a documentary film about his own therapist, Phil Stutz, in order to share the tools and different models that his therapist has shared with him that he claims has fundamentally changed his life. I actually watched this movie yesterday and it was amazing, and I highly recommend you go take a look at it on Netflix. But if you don't have 90 minutes to spend watching this movie, lucky for you, because I watched it and I want to share with you the 9 tools and models that they share and explain in this documentary. Let's get into it. The first tool that they talk about can be used if you're feeling lost in life, or if you can't seem to figure out what your purpose is, or if you're just feeling like really depressed or anxious. It's called Life Force. So he draws it as a pyramid with 3 tiers. Really cool thing about these tools that they share during the documentary is they have visuals for every single one, which I think is helpful because it's easier for at least me personally to remember them. The bottom of the pyramid is body, the middle of the pyramid is people, and the top tier of the pyramid is yourself. Let's start from the bottom though. What he means by body is taking care of your physical body. We're talking about proper exercise, diet, and sleep. He also mentions that this part of the pyramid makes up of about 85% of the life force. So even if you're just solely doing this, you will start to feel a little bit better. Next is people. He specifically means your relationships with people. As human beings, we need relationships not only just to survive, but to feel fulfilled and happy. This is so important. You must take action on this. And sometimes that means you have to be the one to go out and take initiative. So maybe you have to go ask your friend and say, hey, let's go get lunch this weekend, instead of waiting for them to make plans with you. If you're like many who watch my videos who struggle with social anxiety like I did, this may seem very scary or even impossible to do. If so, go check out some of the other videos on my channel, especially the holiday social anxiety video where I share a few different tips that you can use to talk to anybody in the room. And it's, tailored towards holiday parties, but you can use this anywhere. And the top tier, which is the relationship with yourself. Stutz says that you need to get in a relationship with your unconscious self. One technique that he mentions to help enhance this relationship is writing. You will tap into your unconscious by journaling out your thoughts. Now, I hear you. I don't know why this works, but I'm telling you it does. I'm actually on a 30-day challenge right now and currently on day 25 of journaling every single morning, just my thoughts. And let me tell you, it's been a game changer for me. Use this Life Force tool to help pull yourself out of that lost feeling or that depressed or anxious feeling. Don't believe it? Then try it. These next 2 things aren't necessarily tools, but they're truths about life that we all need to understand and accept in order to live a happy life. Part X. Now, Part X is the judgmental and antisocial part of you. It wants to block your potential. It's the voice of impossible. Now, the bad news about Part X is that you can't get rid of it. But the good news is that you don't want to, because if you get rid of Part X, you lose that resistance, which means you can't grow. So you need Part X in order to grow. The next framework, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, I don't know exactly how you would phrase this, but it's called the 3 aspects of reality. And everybody has these. 1 being pain, 2 being uncertainty, and 3 being constant work. These are all a part of life and they will never go away. Take the time to understand this truth and accept it, and then learn how to fall in love with the process of dealing with these three aspects of reality, because you're going to have to deal with these throughout the rest of your entire life. Is there a better option than falling in love with the process? I didn't think so. Have you ever felt like you're not where you want to be, or maybe you're just not doing enough in your life? Then this tool's for you. It's called the String of Pearls. It's called this because it's all about just putting another pearl on that string. Now, if you're looking at the drawing right now, every circle that you see represents a pearl, which represents an action that you took. And every action or pearl that you put on that string has value. Inside each circle is a smaller, darker circle, in which he calls a turd. I know, that kind of threw me off too, but hold on. There's a pearl around every turd, meaning that every bad thing or mistake that you make in life has value or a lesson that you can learn from it. There is always something to learn. Can you think of a part of yourself that you're ashamed of, and maybe that you actually put in a lot of effort to keeping the world from seeing?
Boy, do I feel ashamed.
That's called your shadow, and that's the name of this tool. Your shadow can hold you back from being happy. Here's what you need to do to keep your shadow from doing that. First, you need to figure out what your shadow is. So right now, while you're watching this video, close your eyes with me and think of that thing that you're ashamed of, that part of you that you're ashamed of, that you don't want the whole world to see. Now, I want you to talk to your shadow and ask him or her these questions. How do you feel about how I've dealt with you? How do you feel? What can I do for ignoring you for so long? This will help you to make peace with your shadow and realize that it's nothing to be ashamed of, and actually become one with your shadow. And that way you're not trying to hide this from the world. And if you can do that, you can imagine that if you can be okay with your shadow, that you're not going to care about what somebody may say about you or think about you. So they also say this is a really good tool to use, before high pressure situations, like, giving a speech or doing an interview or whatever it may be. Do you ever imagine a perfect experience for your life, for yourself? Maybe you think things like, once you make a certain amount of money, or once you're married, or once you've reached that goal that you've been working towards, that you will achieve that envisioned perfect experience life for yourself. This is not the case. And that's where the snapshot tool comes in. This is called the realm of illusion, because essentially you're tricking your mind into thinking once XYZ happens, then you'll be happy. But remember the three aspects of reality? There will always be pain, there will always be uncertainty, and there will always be constant work. What you're imagining is a still shot. It's not a movie, it's not a moving picture, which means basically that, yeah, you may have a still shot in life where everything seems to be just perfect, but it will never stay like that. And it's unrealistic to think that it ever will. And therefore we shouldn't try, because that just creates unhappiness in it. But accept that I'm going to have really good times where it's going to be moments of greatness. And then there's going to be times where I go through pain, or I go through uncertainty, or I'm going through, constant work on myself. And just learning to love the process of going through those things, that is how you achieve happiness. This tool or model is a product of Part X, and unfortunately, a lot of people spend their whole lives in this. Don't let that be you. It's called the maze. This is where we get so consumed by the quest for fairness that it puts our life on hold. This happens when people are looking to get compensated for something that was unfair for them. Something like a past trauma, growing up poor, or maybe even like, yourself or myself, struggling with social anxiety. If this is you, here's how you can get out of it, and what Stutz says is the only way to get out of it. It's called active love. Now, be prepared, because this may sound silly if you don't really know the science behind visualization, or if you haven't practiced it before, but I'm telling you, this stuff works. Close your eyes and imagine that you are surrounded by a universe made up entirely of love. Feel yourself taking it all in, and feel yourself put all that love in your heart. Now, imagine that person you hate and send them all the love that is in your heart. Give them everything. Feel that love enter them and feel yourself become one with them. Doing this isn't for them, it's for you. Don't live in the maze. Have you ever had something bad happen to you and immediately wonder, why is this happening to me? Here's a tool to help with that called radical acceptance. It's a mindset shift to help you find something meaningful / valuable in any situation, because all events have value, even if you don't see it at first glance. Chances are that you have struggled in the past with being in a negative thought loop, or maybe you are in one right now. It's hard to feel good about yourself and good about your day when you're stuck in one of those. The Grateful Flow tool will help you remove that black cloud, which is put there by Part X, believe it or not, and allow you to be in a state of gratitude. Here's how you can get in a grateful flow in a matter of minutes. So close your eyes and say 2 to 4 things out loud if you can that you're grateful for. Okay, now keep naming things off and make sure you're really feeling like that gratefulness as you name things off. Now continue to feel that gratitude, but instead of saying or thinking the next thing, don't think of anything grateful. Now just allow that feeling to just settle in your mind. Don't do anything with it. This is a tool for your mind that eventually everybody will need. Some wish they knew about it earlier, while others, fortunately, haven't had to use it or really even think about it. It's called loss processing. Think of something that you're attached to, that you are afraid to lose. This could be a person, your job, your car, whatever, something that you're attached to. Now visualize yourself grasping onto a branch on a tree. Now visualize yourself letting go, and you realize the fall wasn't that bad. Now say silently, I'm willing to lose everything. Visualize yourself falling into a sun, and where you do lose everything. You're now radiating out in all directions, and you see all these different suns, just like the one that you're in, all around you. It's a world of suns where you can only give, but you can't take. Practicing this exercise will help you work towards being okay if you lose that person or that thing. It'll help you keep from losing your existence if you were, God forbid, to lose what you're attached to. Thanks for watching, everybody. Seriously, go check out this Netflix documentary. It's well worth 90 minutes. I hate watching movies personally, but I really enjoyed this one. It's filmed really well, it's really engaging, and man, it is super authentic. Like, I can't even explain it, but about 20 minutes into the movie, you're gonna be like, whoa, that's really cool that they did that. I've never seen anything like that before. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. But go watch it. Thank you for all watching. I know I've messed that phrase up just now, but please subscribe, like this video, and let me know what tool you're gonna try, or what your favorite one was, or what the one that you learned and didn't know about before. I'd love to hear it. Comment down below. Until next time, peace.